So it's the 29th of April 2023. Welcome to the Isle of Wight Bird Observatory Project YouTube channel. Essentially a group of us on the island investigating the feasibility of establishing a bird observatory. Nice whitethroat. Establishing a bird observatory and field station in the central south coast of England on the Isle of Wight. So just now having a quick look at Ventnor itself. So I'm looking west at the moment, down towards Ventnor Bay. Down there, the nearest bit of beach you can see, looking west along the undercliff towards Woody Head, which is the sticky out bit, that little peninsula jutting out into the sea. That's Woody Head, St Lawrence. So this is the east cliffs on the east side of Ventnor Bay in the town of Ventnor itself. And this area, the east cliffs, is brilliant for visible migration watches. You can just stand out on this area of a kind of very open, public open space and just scan as the birds stream through and stream in off the sea. So in autumn, especially kind of mid-September into kind of mid-November, it can be superb here, depending on the weather, with absolute stacks of finches going through, linnets, goldfinches, siskins, and chaffinches, that kind of thing. Hirundines streaming through, so the birds seem to get suppressed, or not suppressed, compressed, that's the word, within the undercliff. So they follow the coastline here, but also compressed by the kind of the inner cliff face over there into this kind of narrow front. And it's a great area just to monitor visible migration. It's now April, obviously, so just looking for land bird migrants. Looking up there, kind of northwest towards Steep Hill Down. I'll produce another video on that area. And Ventnor Downs is just up there. Yeah, this Hebe hedge is popular with migrants later in the day. So that whitethroat is actually on territory now, so it's probably either has a female on the nest or is trying to find one. There was another skulky whitethroat just over in Alexandra Gardens, just over there, trying to avoid conflict with this one. That one didn't seem to be on territory, just moving through, I think. So yeah, the East Cliffs here is just a great area for visible migration, watching and counting. And these tamarisks, this is the edge of a place called Devonshire Terrace. So this is just a little isolated area of cover. Probably half the size of the Portland Bird Observatory garden. And it does hold birds. Unfortunately, it's just kind of tamarisks and then some low pittosporum type shrubs in a series of little enclosed gardens. You can't actually get into the gardens, so you basically have to walk along this edge and encounter things feeding in the tamarisks. Very good for philosks. Never had redstart, or I've had nightingale here, never had redstart or spotfly here. There are no sycamores, unfortunately. That's what we need, some low windswept sycamores. Nonetheless, it's a really good little migrant trap and often holds the birds during the day. These cliffs. So a lot of the birds move out of this scrub, these shrubs, this blackthorn and nice little crab apple there, an elder. They move out there and straight into these gardens. But yeah, quite often sit on these benches and just watch the migrants going through. I never do sea watching, but it's quite a good height, I would guess, for watching seabirds going through up the English Channel. Had 4 godwits this morning and common sandpiper and 5 wheatears just down on the kind of coastal defences down there. Closed off at the moment, so birds can feed there without being harassed by people. Let me just go around this corner. It's going to get breezy, so sound quality is going to be awful in a second, but just look at the view. Looking east now, walking east. So again, if you just stand here, the visible migration can be absolutely stunning. Great little watch point or vantage point I've had Blythe's reed warbler in this little clump here. Serins are kind of regular, although I've not had one for 2, maybe 3 years now here, which is really unusual. Other people have had the odd serin. St Catherine's been doing quite well, St Catherine's Point. But yeah, there's Ventnor Downs up there, you can see the radar station. That's the very best area really here for grounded land bird migrants. Loads of red stars and spot flies and that kind of stuff. I tend to stick down in the undercliff, but there is another video on Ventnor Downs. So yeah, this is the bird observatory project, so we're hoping to establish a bird observatory in the undercliff here with multiple sort of recording areas across the undercliff and up on the top, up on Ventnor Downs. So as I say, do subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date on the feasibility work that's going on to investigate whether a bird observatory is worthwhile and how it might work. And I'll also be doing regular kind of bird walks. I'll just be filming myself as I walk around trying to find birds in the what might become the bird observatory recording area. Anyway, I'm going to go and get a cup of coffee.